when you were here, you needed to have fly wings because the second you saw Stormy Light, you needed to teleport away. You weren't going to last more than half a second against Stormy Night. Alright, welcome back Ragnarok Online enthusiasts. My name's Amber and I play on the official international Ragnarok server Chaos, and today is day 3 of the 7 days of Christmas in Ragnarok Online. And continuing from our journey through Ludi, we are at the Toy Factory, the quintessential Christmas dungeon. It's like the only Christmas dungeon. Love the Toy Factory. I am embarrassed to admit how many hours I've spent leveling in Toy Factory back in the day, so I know this place quite well. There's actually been some new content related to Toy Factory in the form of like a really hard instance called Horror Toy Factory. So new lore has been added. Now, tomorrow we'll be exploring Horror Toy Factory, but today I want to talk about the original Toy Factory and all of the lore and new lore that we have now about the Toy Factory. So, here is the history. All of the people of Ludi once worked in the Toy Factory. However, they could not earn a living packaging toys forever. Villagers began leaving the factory, one after another, and the situation got tough. An employee named Catherine Jett Johnson was working as the assistant of one of the doll makers who continued to make dolls until the very end. On the day it was decided that the factory would be closed, the doll maker shed tears as he dressed his last doll. He thought his days as a doll maker were over. So he named the last doll Celine Kimmy and then stopped all the lines in the factory. It is suggested that the doll maker's dedication to his craft breathed life into Celine. However, soon after Celine came to life, other toys in the factory came to life as well, with the toys thinking they were employees. The factory began functioning again, although not the same way it did before. After the factory shut down, Antonio came and stole all the toys inside it. Santa Claus discovered what he was doing and demanded that all the toys be returned to the factory, even though the factory doesn't have an owner anymore. Antonio is eventually caught and cast out of the factory. So that's the little history of Toy Factory that I had no idea. I had no idea that is what happened. Now, there's also notes here that there are different portions to the factory. So factory number 1 is the area that was used to store toys and dolls before being given away as presents. It's possible this area served as a sort of quality control to make sure all factory products were approved for distribution. Factory number 2 is the area where all toys and dolls were created. All toys and dolls were sent through a production line that eventually led to factory number 1. This is where dolls such as Celine Kimmy and Chipette were produced. Last one, factory number 3, is the area where all toys were sent to be delivered. So anyone who played Ragnarok Online back in like the early mid 2000s should be very familiar with Toy Factory. It was the most consistent place to go level to get to job level 50 specifically. Getting from job level 40 to 50 was a grind. It was not easy like it is now. So Toy Factory kind of offered a very consistent way of leveling. Nothing was too tough. There were just maybe a couple different monsters. And what was really nice is a lot of these monsters drop like healing items. Oh yeah, I almost died to the MVP here. Stormy Knight, be careful. He'll pop up occasionally more throughout this video. So you're getting candy canes, you're getting well-baked cookies, you're getting slices of cake, and those can be used to sustain yourself, or you can keep them and sell them for a pretty penny later. But it's like Christmas all year long here. I love having just this whole dedicated Christmas town and dungeon in Ragnarok. You know, as a kid, as a teenager, Christmas is kind of held in very high regard to us. It's like your birthday and Christmas are those 2 points where you're the center of attention. So I really loved that. And Christmas, I have so many good memories of Christmas, especially with the Ragnarok Online, since we have all these Christmas themed things. Almost died to the MVP again. It's so strong. It's crazy that I can just one-shot all of its like mobs, but then the MVP itself is so strong. I'm level 150 and I don't think I could solo Stormy Knight. Maybe if I had very particular equipment and prepared a bit more, I could, but he almost killed me. So when you were here, you needed to have fly wings, because the second you saw Stormy Knight, you needed to teleport away. You weren't going to last more than half a second against Stormy Knight, so you needed to get out of there ASAP. But I have like so many memories of just leveling here, particularly just sitting and recovering HP and SP, which was a thing. We couldn't just afford potions and all that, so if your HP or SP got too low, you had to just sit and recover. And that just led to me and my party members just chatting. There's little like seats and chairs around Toy Factory that you could just sit in, and it's really cute. Love the vibe. I love this Santa here. He's really cute, but it's just, I don't know, it's such a fun, cute, vibrant place. I love how there's just giant versions of things. Like there's a normal sized chair and a normal sized Christmas tree, but then gigantic Santas, gigantic dice, and just a random assortment of toys. Another fun fact, you would bring a priest with you because they had the skill Numa. At least that's how I always pronounced it. It casts like a little green glowing circle, like one cell circle on the ground. And if you stand in it, ranged attacks can't hit you. So for these cruisers, the little like rifle guys, they couldn't hit you. So they would cast Numa on the ground, like right next to them, and you could just walk up and just wail on them and their attacks can't hit you, because they're probably the biggest threat in Toy Factory. They hit pretty hard. They have pretty good dexterity, so their hits are going to hit a normal person. And there's quite a few of them. It's so sad that Toy Factory is not a very viable place to level. The experience rate now is so high. And listen, I'm not complaining because the level caps are really high. We do need to kind of like get through these levels. But there's only maybe like 2 or 3 different places you can really go to level before you hit like job change level, and Toy Factory just doesn't really factor in there. It's just not incredibly viable. Sure, you could, but if you're looking to really hurry and progress through these levels quickly, there's not a whole lot of room for Toy Factory. There's a decent amount of monsters here, just not enough to get those levels quickly. I love Toy Factory. I'm so happy they added the horror Toy Factory instance, even though it's not really Toy Factory, it's just completely different. I really look forward to trying that out tomorrow. I've never done it, so tomorrow when I try that out, it'll be my first time. So I'm really excited. But if you have any fun memories of Toy Factory, leveling in Toy Factory, let me know. Do you still go to Toy Factory? Is this a place you still go to level, or you're just kind of like, nah, I'll just skip it? But yeah, little short video. Not much to say about Toy Factory other than it is the most iconic dungeon that I can think of. And if you have any interesting, fun memories about Toy Factory, please share them. I've mentioned this before, but I do read every comment. Every single comment. I get an email notification for every single comment. I don't reply to many. I do make an effort to kind of heart them. But I do read them all. Maybe I don't interact with everybody, but I read every single comment. So tell me about your memories. Sorry, the video got cut off, but if you are a new or returning player and you are looking for a community of players, we do have a Discord and a guild that's geared towards promoting party play, getting people to party again, helping each other out because there's so much new content in this game. And I will have a link for the Discord in the description. And if you join, you can just chat and someone will shoot you a guild invite and you can come play with us in the game. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for the next day of our 7 days of Christmas in Ragnarok Online. And until next time, bye bye.